So let's take a look at CGCP 1126 by Chesthetica. Okay, here white has a king and 3 minor pieces against black's king, bishop and pawn. There's actually a mate in 5 here, and it may not be as straightforward as you thought. I will now show you the solution. So the key move here is actually knight to a3. Now you may be asking yourself, why not capture the pawn, fork the king and bishop, and basically win the game? Yes, this is true, but as you can see, it's going to take quite a while. 16 to 21 moves, according to the engines. A lot can happen in that time, such as running out of time if this were a real game. Besides, there's a much faster way. Knight to a3. Now the threat here should become clear after I show you black's options. So if black were to play, for example, bishop to b3, well then knight to e2, and then there's nothing black can do to prevent knight moving to c3 and giving mate. So after c2, for example, knight to c3, checkmate. Or even bishop back to a4, knight captures c3, and this is mate. So what black needs to do here is play c2. White needs to be careful here. If, for example, knight captures c2, then after king captures c2, this game is drawn, because a king and bishop against king, bishop and knight is usually a drawn game, even though it might be interesting to see if there are endings where white actually wins with these pieces. So white here needs to play knight to e2. Now it's important to note, in order to prevent knight to c3, black has to promote to either a queen or a rook. Promoting to a bishop or knight will allow immediate checkmate. For example, like this. So black promotes to a queen, and white simply captures the queen with the knight. Again, precise play here is important, because if white were to capture with the bishop, after bishop to b5, knight captures b5, king to c2, and now the king is out of its cage and it's going to take more work to capture it. So knight captures c2. And here black might play bishop to b5. He knows the game is lost, but this prevents, for example, knight moving to e2 and then to c3. But it doesn't matter, because the knight can also move to a2 and get to c3. c3 being a dark square means the light squared bishop is useless. So black can play anything he wants, moving the bishop back, and the knight moves to c3, giving checkmate. Let me show you the solution again. So as you can see, the shortest mate is the most effective way to win in this position. Knight to a3, c2, knight to e2, promotes to queen, knight captures queen, bishop to b5, knight to a2. Note here that capturing the bishop would delay things further, because the king can escape to c2. So black is smart by providing that temptation. Knight to a2, bishop moves back to a4, knight to c3, checkmate. Thanks for watching.